Nikki Haley, tonight ahead of the convention that Kristen's reporting on, has released her delegates to Trump. Now, of course, it may come as a surprise to some. I mean, everyone knew it was going to go this way. But when you consider things that she said on the campaign trail, like this.
We can't have someone who sits there and mocks our men and women who are trying to protect America. There is no way that the American people are going to vote for a convicted criminal. They're not.
You got to acknowledge the fact he can't win a general election.
And yet she has released her delegates now formally to him. We understand she will not be speaking at the convention, though. Out front now, Chris Rowan is a Republican from California, a member of the Haley Voters Working Group, which is a coalition of conservatives who backed Haley when she was in the race. So, Chris, I really appreciate your time. You know, and for so many months after Nikki Haley got out of the race, we kept watching as she kept getting 20% of voters in state after state of people who still wanted to make their voice heard. You heard her. Nikki Haley said Trump shouldn't be president, couldn't win. She said Trump can't assume her supporters are going to go with him. Now she's released her delegates to back him. Are you going to go along? What's your reaction?
My reaction is disappointment, not a total surprise, but just real disappointment in this because we worked really hard to get those 97 delegates for her. A lot of us who volunteered on the campaign, some who worked on the campaign that I know personally, were giving they had day jobs and they're giving all their hours to support her. And because of what she was campaigning against, all the things you just played in the previous segment. And we thought that's what she believed in. And with the statement that she came out with today to basically have all those delegates support Donald Trump and vote for him at the convention, that's giving away the 4.5 million voters that she earned across the country, especially in those primaries that you mentioned that she was doing actually relatively well against the incumbent president during the primary season, even after she dropped out. And to give all those away, I have no other words.
So what are you going to do? You're going to vote for Biden?
Well, I was leaning that way before, and now just looking at Trump and also the fact that, a convicted felon running in my party, the nominee of my party, who is pushing an authoritarian and populist agenda. I saw the platform come out from the RNC yesterday, reviewed it, and It looked like it was written by the president himself. And I just can't get behind that. I'm a Reagan Republican, a Romney Republican, a Bush Republican, and I know what the classic Republican platform and the motto stands for. And this is not it. I can't get behind that. So the next thing for me is to protect democracy. And the only person I see doing that right now is President Biden. And if the election were held tomorrow, I'll vote for President Biden.
All right, so let me ask you about that. And by the way, you point out it sounded like he wrote the platform. Our reporting is, in fact, that he did a lot of it in terms of President Trump and the Republican platform that you refer to. But you said if it was held tomorrow, you'd vote for Biden. So, Chris, just in this context of what's going on in the Democratic Party, right, this chaos, did the debate give you any pause in terms of voting for him?
Briefly, it did. I was obviously concerned, like the rest of America, and wondered if something was really going on. And I think that a lot of that has been put to rest myself, at least for me anyway, seeing the President Biden at some of these rallies post-debate, seems like he's fine. And the doctor, presidential physician, issuing that letter stating that his condition is probably in better health than most of the rest of us, and we're a lot younger than he is, that I'm confident now. But it did give me some pause briefly for a moment.
All right. Well, I appreciate your taking the time and explaining all of this to us. I think a lot of people want to hear what you think. Not that you speak for all Haley voters. I don't pretend to say that, but to hear from those people who made the choice to vote for her throughout that primary process. So, Chris, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me on, Aaron. I appreciate it.
Next, Biden